Counting down to first pitch in Minneapolis. The Twins on the way next. Now from the home of the 2014 All-Star Game, a look at Target Field in Minneapolis. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Central Division leading Cleveland Indians and the Minnesota Twins. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here with you for this AL Central Division matchup. Alongside me are Major League veterans Steve Lyons and Eric Karros. And Steve, let's talk about the two starters that take the baseball here tonight.
Yeah, and you've got a couple of guys here that aren't afraid to challenge you at the plate. They're not afraid to let you put the ball in play and let their fielders make the plays behind them. That should make for a pretty good matchup.
More from the guys as this one goes along, but first, let's have a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland Indians as they'll align themselves like this here tonight. They'll match up against this fellow right here, the former Met, the big right-hander Mike Pelfrey. Defensively, the Twins will align themselves like this. Into the box now stands the leadoff man, Michael Bourne, and we are ready for baseball. First pitch of the night is over for strike one as we get started right on time at 7:10 p.m. EK, let's take a look at our homestanding nine as they enter play here this evening. They are in the midst of a pretty bad stretch as they've dropped 6 straight coming in.
When you're looking at trying to get out of a funk like this, it always helps when you can hand the ball over to a veteran starter that's been through this before, and luckily for them, they're going to be able to do that here.
Well, we know he's got that sinker because we saw it right there. As for the rest of his pitches, here's the scouting report as to what we can expect to see moving forward. Jose Ramirez will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night. First pitch on its way from Pelfrey. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. And not a bad night for baseball, and even 70 degrees here at game time. Here comes the 1-0. And this pitch is hit hard as it'll fall into right field for their first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, that's a nice job right there. After the pop-up to start the ball game, he's sitting all over this one. And they'll have their first base runner here with 1 away.
Brandon Moss will dig in here, and he'll do so with the 8th best average in the American League entering play. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. Oh, and it froze him, and they got him.
Well, here's a guy trying to make something happen in the very first inning. But I think he got a little carried away with getting his lead over there. It's going to wind up costing him.
Yeah. Here comes the pitch to Moss. Splitter swung on and missed 0-1. Now the pitch. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. And the pitch. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Indians there. It's the Tribe nothing. Twins coming to bat. This is Major League Baseball on the show. Now a look at the starting lineup for Ron Gardenhire's Twins, and it looks like this. And there you get a look at the starting pitcher, whose job it'll be to keep these guys in check. His numbers right there on the right side of your screen. Defensively, the Indians will line up this way. Alex Presley will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
For the Twins, center fielder, Alex Presley.
And that's in there for strike one. EK, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
And they've upped that lead in the division even further. It put some serious distance between them and the rest of the pack, so they're well on their way to playing October baseball.
And now he'll reconsider as he looks for a strikeout pitch. Here it comes. And a waste pitch there, 1-2.
Good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
Here comes the 1-2. Now a ball softly hit over to the right of the mound. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Batting second, the shortstop, Pedro Florimon.
Pedro Florimon will take his first cuts of the ball game here. Here's the first offering. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Already hitting 98 miles an hour here in the first inning. He's one of the hardest throwers that these guys will see all year long.
The pitch. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. He may not throw a ton of changeups here tonight, but he's got a good one when he needs it.
And I think he will need it because this is a good fastball hitting team. Most teams are, so the more you can keep these guys guessing off balance, the better.
And this one's inside and high. 1-2 down. Here comes a 1-2. Now a swing and a ground ball, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. He'll try again, 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone.
He'd obviously love a 1-2-3 here to start the first, and after a ground out and a strikeout, he's 2/3 of the way there.
Joe Mauer will get his first cuts now, and he'll do so with the bases empty and 2 away here in the first. Now here's the first pitch. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And this one misses again to Mauer. 2-0 now.
Well, one of the real strengths of his game is that he's not going to go after a whole lot of bad pitches out of the strike zone. So he's a guy that's going to make you earn it by only swinging at strikes.
2-0 on the way. Swinging a ball chopped foul down the left side. Here it comes, 2-1. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. The 2-2 one more time. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Twins are set down 1-2-3. We've played an inning. No score. Carlos Santana leads things off now in the top half of the second.
For the Indians, first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Now here's the first pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. 1-0 on the way. First two pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
Now here's a little tapper down that third base line, and this could be a tough play. Throw to first to be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Nick Swisher.
Nick Swisher will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And there's the fastball from Pelfrey as he jumps ahead 0-1.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Now here's the pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And that's going to be a base hit for Swisher.
Well, they got him to hit it right into the shift, but even with 3 guys over there, they still couldn't get to this one. Just a little unlucky there.
Michael Brantley will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First pitch coming. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Okay, pitch ya.
The next pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Here's the 1-1. And this is hit well towards the hole. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Let's train our show motion camera on that runner at first base. Here, he might have had a shot to get around to third, but you see him have to hold up to make sure the baseball doesn't hit him. And by the time he gets going again, he knows he'll have to hold on at second base.
Just get me out.
First pitch on the way. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Pause, now the pitch. That's headed for the gap in left center, and that should get our opening marker home as this is down for extra bases. And the runner will score from second, around third, and being waved on home. And he'll make it as well. And they will hit the board first here. It's now 2-0.
Well, this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole out there on the mound. This is all his own fault. And both of those runners are going to come around to score on what works out to be a 2-run triple.
Lonnie Chisenhall will get his first opportunity here. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. He waits. Now the pitch. Now a ball hit back up the middle. Look at the stop from his knees, but it's in the dirt, and he can't quite throw him out at first.
One heck of an effort up the middle right there. You see him dive to pull this ball in, but his momentum is taking him away from first base, and there's just no way to get enough on that throw.
Zach Walters will get his first shot now, and you can see how he's done over the course of this 5-game hitting streak. First pitch coming. Ripped toward the gap in right. No one's going to get to this one, and it should be good for extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
Well, add one more onto the lead as the run scores here on the triple. With still only one away, they can potentially stretch this lead out even further.
Michael Bourne at the plate now. Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike one. He's set, now the pitch. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. And the pitcher, in fact, will just take a bite out of this one, an infield single.
Well, and here's a situation where he can't be catching these guys off guard. I mean, he just showed bunt on the previous pitch, and he tries again and winds up legging out a base hit.
Jose Ramirez will dig in. He singled his first time around.
Let's go Twins.
Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
And the runner's coming home, and they pitch out. And he is a sitting duck after the pitch out. They had that one sniffed out well as he is out trying to score.
Well, credit this one to their manager. He's got an idea this might be happening, so he calls for the pitch out. And when that happens, forget about it. He's a dead duck at the plate.
4 runs here in this half inning. Ready now on 1-1. Now a ball lined towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Around third is Bourne. He can fly. And they'll tack on one more as this is now a 5-0 game.
And you wonder now how close they are to chasing this starting pitcher. That's 5 runs home now in this inning alone. And in most cases, that's pretty much enough for a manager to pull the plug.
Brandon Moss will try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. First offering on the way. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Throw over to first. Don't want to forget about it. Comes set. Now the pitch. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Indians 5 and the Twins nothing. Sal Dahl will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Sal Dahl.
You can do it.
First pitch coming. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Now here it comes. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. And now a pitch on the way. And he'll take strike 3 called. Make it 3 straight punch-outs now on the mound. 1 away. So with 1 away, let's give you a look at the standings in the American League's Central Division as you see where these two teams find themselves entering our ball game here today. Oswaldo Arcia will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Here's the first offering. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Pitch on the way. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. And that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
The 2-0 on the way. Swing and a miss. Might have got a piece, actually. It's 2-1.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
Ready with the 2-1. Good fastball that time as he's pulled the count back to even now. It's 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Here he comes on 2-2. May get 4 strikeouts in a row as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
And remember now, he finished off the previous inning with back-to-back strikeouts. And now he started this inning with 2 more. So he's really got it working out there now.
Mark Mendel will get his first opportunity now, and as you can see, he hasn't been much of a contributor these past 10 or so games as you see the average there.
Let's go, Twins.
And here's the first pitch. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first-pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
You can do it, Twins. Yeah.
Now here's the pitch. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Here's the pitch. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
Now the 1-2. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Brantley is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Down go the Twins in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Brandon Moss. It's ready to go here as we begin the third.
Right fielder, Brandon Moss.
Let's go.
Now the first pitch. Back to work now is Pelfrey as he gets ahead of the leadoff hitter here. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. A chance here for Dozier at second. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. A reminder that we'll have Cleveland Indians baseball for you all season long on the show as you get a look right there at the Tribe's upcoming schedule over the next 7 days. Carlos Santana will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch to him. Now a curveball that misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0.
So wrong.
The 1-0 home. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Now Pelfrey ready, the 1-1. And the 1-1 is on the ground down to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Nick Swisher.
Nick Swisher will stride in again. He singled and later scored his first time. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. You got to figure that that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
The pitch. And he looks like a new man out there as this is swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Oh, yeah.
Here it comes. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
You don't want guys to get too comfortable up there, so that's a good idea to run something in tight.
Now the 1-2 to Swisher. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Foul. Now another 1-2. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Down in order go the Tribe as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Trevor Plouffe will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
Now the first pitch. And this pitch is hit rather sharply toward the third base coaching box. It's a foul ball. And the pitch. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
And now a pitch on the way. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Here's another 0-2. Hit softly to the right side. One away.
Batting 8th, catcher, Josmil Pinto.
Josmil Pinto will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively. Here's the first offering.
Here we go.
And he gets under this one and in fact breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Brian Dozier will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Now here's the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Now here's the pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Now the pitch. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Michael Brantley will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th. Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing.
Brantley.
And a bouncing ball, foul. Now here it comes. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Well, as we've seen so far, this isn't a team that's going to wait around too long to feel a pitcher out. They're an aggressive team all the way from top to bottom. And if that first pitch is anywhere close, most of these guys are going to take a hack at it.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Well, this curveball, it just disappears. He thinks he's right on it at the plate, and look where it winds up, completely out of the zone. And that's what you want as a pitcher. You want hitters to chase pitches that aren't strikes.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
The pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. The 0-2 once more. And a good two-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Here comes another 0-2. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah, that thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that's through, a base hit.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. And that's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Zach Walters will stand in. He tripled home a run his first time around. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 17 for him on the season as this lead swells to 7-0.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Out of the Minnesota dugout now is skipper Ron Gardenhire. And that's going to be it for young Mike Pelfrey. So he'll depart here tonight, and these fans will not be terribly appreciative, I don't imagine, as he was pretty much dreadful in this one. Samuel Deduno is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the fourth inning.
Now batting,
Michael Bourne at the plate now.
Michael Bourne.
And now he drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Throw not in time, and that'll go as a bunt single.
Man, he can flat out fly. I mean, once this thing got down, you figured if this is a fair ball, it's a base hit. That's almost too easy there.
Jose Ramirez will stand in. 2 hits in 2 trips thus far. Before the first pitch, a check at first. Runner's back. Now here's the first pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. 7 runs, 11 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. He's set, now the pitch. Bourne's running. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And he'll just slap the tag on the runner heading to second, and the inning is over. Indians get a couple of runs here on the strength of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Indians 7 and the Twins nothing. Alex Presley will lead things off here with his guys down 7 in the early going. Steve Lyons, how do you come back from a deficit like that?
Well, I think slowly. I mean, yeah, ideally a 10-run inning would be great, but you've got time on your side. You don't need to try to get it all back at once. Just pack away. A couple runs here, a couple runs there. Get yourself into slam range. That's 4 runs down.
Fouled back. Here's the pitch. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
And, you know, it's pretty safe to say that anytime you give a guy 7 runs of support here in the first half of a ball game, he's probably going to be okay out there. And he gets the first out of this inning here.
Pedro Florimon will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. First pitch on the way. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
And this one's over for a high strike, 1-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
The 1-1. Good idea with the change, but it's 2-1.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. That's more than the rest of these guys can say.
Two 1. 2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a called strike 2. Sets the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Joe Mauer will stand in here, hoping to pick up his club's first hit in the contest.
Here we go, Joe.
First pitch coming.
Here we go.
And that's taken for strike 1.
It's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike 1. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
Now here's the pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-1 on the way. Fouled straight back. The 1-2 home to Mauer. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Down go the Twins in order. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Jose Ramirez will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. First pitch coming. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Brandon Moss.
Brandon Moss will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. First pitch coming. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Here comes the pitch to Moss. Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far. First offering on the way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
The 1-0. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
Santana waiting on a 1-1. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
The right-hander deals on 1-2. Here's a ball well struck for the right field corner. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. The throw into second, and he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Pretty fortunate he was able to keep this ball fair. This is pretty close down the line. You see it winding up, one hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with 2 bases.
Here's the switch hitting Nick Swisher, as he'll swing at the first pitch and send one on the ground to first. And nothing will come of the two-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the two-out double. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Sal Dahl will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the fifth. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Here's the first offering. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike one. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And they go away here. It's a cold strike, 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in their knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Pitch on the way. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. The next 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he's got that strikeout pitch working now. That's 3 in a row for him as there's 1 away. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see, he currently ranks 2nd in the AL in that department. Oswaldo Arcia will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. And here's the first pitch. And this will be fouled away. And now a pitch on the way. And that misses 1-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Mark Mendel will stand in here hoping to at least put a ball in play here this inning. And the pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Now the pitch. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
We're already at 4. Do I hear 5 strikeouts in a row?
Now here's the pitch. And he got another one here. He strikes out the side. He set down 5 in a row via the punch out, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Michael Brantley will get things started here in the top of inning number 6.
The left fielder, number 23, Michael Brantley.
First pitch to him. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Look at the spin. And the spin throw gets him at first. A fine play there for the first out.
Yeah, and he had to range deep for this one. And you've also got to worry about that ball hitting the lip of the outfield grass. So you got to hang with it just like he did, and he made a nice play.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. The 1-0. Fouled back. One pitch on the way. And he chases one up the ladder as he hits a high fly ball out to straightaway center. Under it is Presley, and he's got it for route number 2.
And at this point in the game, your defenders will love you for this. He's been able to pick up the first 2 outs of the inning here on just 4 pitches.
Lonnie Chisenhall will step in. Singleton came around to score his last time.
Get me out here. Come on.
Now the first pitch. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. One-0 now to Chisenhall. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Two out, nobody on. Here's the 1-1. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3, but they're still in control 7-0. Trevor Plouffe will stand in now to lead things off in the Minnesota 6th.
Third baseman, Trevor Plouffe.
Here's the first offering.
Here we go.
Swing and a hard hit grounder down the line. That one's in there. And the perfect game will go by the wayside.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Josmil Pinto will dig in. He popped out his first time. Now here's the first pitch. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
He's ready now. The pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the second inning.
He's ready. Now the pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. Now another 0-2. And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Here's another 0-2. Hit high and deep out to left field. And that ball is gone. Blasted into the bleachers in left. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and it's a 7-2 game now.
When you look back on his start, this is one of the few times tonight where he's missed his spot. Here it is on show track. This isn't even close. This is one of those where you know it's trouble right when it leaves your hand.
The second baseman, number 2.
Here's Brian Dozier now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Boy, good pitch, good spot. That thing tailed right back over the outside corner.
2 runs on 2 hits, and 1 error make up the totals for the Twins to this point. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. So after the strong 5 innings, things have not come as easily for him here in inning number 6.
Well, this is kind of the MO of this lineup. They have a way of just wearing you down, and they're starting to get into some better counts to hit, and that work's paying off.
Hit high in the air down the right field line. Taking this one in is Moss, and there's your first out.
The batter, number 1, center fielder, Alex Presley.
Alex Presley will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Now the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Now the pitch. The 1-0 pitch is served on the ground to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to pitch. You can see what his breakdown is so far.
Pedro Florimon will dig in now, hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Now here it comes. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. Now the 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. 7th inning coming up with the Indians on top. But before we get any further, let's check out our game summary for the first 6 innings. Zach Walters will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Now here's the first pitch. In there, no balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
And this is fouled straight back. Another 0-2 home. And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. Has to fight to stay alive as this is fouled off to the right. The 0-2 once more. Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
Michael Bourne will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Bases are empty, one man out. The pitch. And that's offered at and missed by Bourne as he falls quickly behind here, 0-2. And the pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Here comes another 0-2. And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
Well, you know, Eric and I like to talk a lot about pitchers keeping hitters off balance at the plate. And this is an excellent illustration of what we're talking about. Now, we didn't like to be off balance at the plate, but this is what you get. He goes fast, then slow, fast, then slow. They never give him the same pitch or the same speed twice in a row. And that's how you keep a guy's timing all messed up.
In now, Jose Ramirez. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistake in location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. And that, folks, is his first home run in the big leagues. It's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. I remember mine. I hit it in my first at-bat of the 1992 season against the San Diego Padres. It's hard to describe exactly what you feel as you round the bases, but as you can imagine, it's pretty awesome. You know, hopefully he can get that ball back soon so it can go in his trophy room.
Brandon Moss will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
First pitch on the way. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Here comes the pitch to Moss. And this is fouled back and out of play. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. But the Indians add to their lead thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Indians 8 and the Twins 2. Joe Mauer will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th.
Now for the Twins. First baseman, Joe.
Here it comes.
Here we go.
And this likely won't help much as the first pitch of the inning is hit on the ground to short. And on one pitch, he's retired.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching. And this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Sal Dahl will get another shot. Struck out swinging his last time. Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing.
Ball one. And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. Now, they can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
Now the 1-0. And quick wrists here as this is yanked down the third base line. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
And they finally break through for hit number 3 of this ball game, though. It took them 7 innings to do it. That is not the kind of offensive performance that's going to win you too many ball games.
Oswaldo Arcia will stand in 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. First pitch coming. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. The 1-0 pitch now. Swung on and missed. 1-1. The 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. Now, he's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
A 2-1 offering. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Now the 3-1 pitch. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
Might not be a bad time to have a look over to first. Make sure they don't have any ideas of trying to send him to keep out of the double play.
Perhaps sensing he's going to look to first, but the runner's back easily. Full count pitch on its way. Struck him out as his woes continue as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Into the box now, Mark Mendel. He was fighting that swing the whole way, but he went around. It's no balls and a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Comes set, now the pitch. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Tried to get him out front, but it's a ball 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
Here's the 1-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Here comes a 2-2. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Trevor Plouffe will get his shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 7. First pitch coming. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. 2-0 now.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Out of play. The 2-2 coming. Here's a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
3 hits now in the inning. He's pretty fortunate this one doesn't score a run, and that's going to load the bases now with 2 away, so it might take a 4th hit here to put something on the board.
Osmil Pinto will stand in now, and suddenly the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
Yeah, this sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it? But when you've got a guy reeling out there like he really doesn't know what hit him, boy, it's time to put the pedal down.
Get those runners home. Let's go, Twins.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So his final line will show 6 2/3 innings pitched. He was very effective out there, no doubt. Scott Atchison will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Come on, Twins.
First offering on the way. First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1-2.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Hey, now, let's go.
Big pitch here, 1-2. And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. Twins leave the bases loaded. Still 8-2. Jared Burton will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Carlos Santana will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far.
First baseman, Carlos Santana.
And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Pitch on the way. Fouled straight back. Now the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Ready with another 0-2. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Here's another 0-2. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Another 0-2 home. Swing and a ball hit on the ground, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Now another 0-2. And this is going to be a foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Yeah, he's not trying to hit him, I don't think, but sometimes you need to keep guys honest up there. I think that's all he was trying to do there.
Put him down, Jerry.
And now a pitch on the way. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out. Moving closer towards our conclusion now. 8-2 the count in this one, as our line score will give you a look at how we got to this point in the contest. Nick Swisher will step in, a ground out victim as last time. First pitch coming. Chopper, foul. One out, nobody on. Now here's the pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And it's gone. So it's a solo home run by Nick Swisher. Number 35 now on the season, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
The left fielder, number 23.
Here's Michael Brantley as he swings on the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to center. Presley is in his tracks now, and he's got it for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Yan Gomes.
Yan Gomes will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Here's the first offering. And a first pitch slider is right there for strike 1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him, because that thing was right down Broadway.
Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you gotta leave alone and make him bring something down.
Now here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. The 0-2 once more. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Indians strike for 1 on this solo homer. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's the Indians 9 and the Twins 2. Brian Dozier will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far.
Number 2, Brian Dozier.
Come on now.
And here's the first pitch. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike 1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Here it comes. Curveball close, but it's 1-1.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
Fouled back. And now time is called as a beach ball has made its way out into left field here. Now the veteran deals on 1-2. Curveball just about brung him up, but it's to 2-2.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Boy, and in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Your attention, please. Now
So a
pitching
call
for
to the
Cleveland,
bullpen now, and they'll
number
make a move
50,
for the left-hander here.
Hagedorn.
Stepping in now, Alex Presley, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. A chance here at least for this guy to get some work in what should be a fairly low-stress appearance.
Yeah, but it seems like these outings are where you relax a little bit too much, you give up 3 runs, and then watch your ERA climb by another point. He'll need to guard against that.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 home. And they'll try to keep crowding him in, but this pitch misses as well. It's 2-1 now.
And that fastball his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now.
Well, he'll lean pretty heavily on that fastball. Why not? It's a big one.
Two. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. The 2-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
And we showed you the ERA just a moment ago. It's under 1 coming into play, and it just keeps on dropping as he gets the first out here.
Pedro Florimon will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Now the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Knock it out of here!
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. 1-0. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Here's the 2-2 offering. Got him to swing on top of that one as this ball's dribbled out in front of the mound. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They're down by a touchdown. It's 9-2. Lonnie Chisenhall will get us started as they look for a little insurance here in the top of the ninth.
Baseman number 8, Lonnie Chisenhall.
Here's the first offering. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 12 home runs for him now thus far, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
When you're pitching this deep into a ball game and give up a home run like that, you got to be kicking yourself. There's no way that you can give up those kind of home runs. You got to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Now batting, shortstop, Zach.
Into the box, Zach Walters, as he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder, Michael Bourne.
Michael Bourne will dig in with 1 in and 1 away. Now here's the first pitch. In tight at 93, ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. (1-0) on the way. Fouled back. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. The 1-2 with 1 away. And an off-balance swing there as he sends this one toward the hole. And the underhanded throw gets him for the out.
Second baseman,
Jose Ramirez will stand in to try it again, already with 1 home run of the ball game, and on cue, there it was back in the 7th inning, a solo shot that provided quite a spark for these guys. Now the first pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Two out, nobody on.
Come on now, it's gonna K right here.
The pitch. Opposite field to left. And that's going to get down out there.
And this is what folks mean when they talk about time in the fastball. He looks at the first pitch just to get a feel for the speed, the movement, and then when it comes again, now he knows how to handle it.
Standing in now, Brandon Moss. Now a ball lined hard toward deep right field. Garcia will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1 for Cleveland thanks to this swing from Lonnie Chisenhall. Last chance coming up here for the Twins. It's the Indians 10 and the Twins 2. Joe Mauer will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yep, this is mop-up time out there right now. But hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Here's the first pitch to him. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. And from that man's perch in the first base dugout, more of the same.
You know, I think the calls have gone both ways, but I bet you'd have a really hard time convincing him of that.
Pitch on the way. Oh, and a half swing there on a pitch out of the zone. Indeed, it's strike 2. And now a pitch on the way. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call him that two-seamer running in.
One, two. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And that's going to land foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone.
This bullpen's picking right up where their starter left off. This has been a real team effort on the mound.
Sal Dahl will dig in. He singled his last time around. First pitch to him. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
And the pitch. No, he's definitely getting the best of this matchup as he fires another fastball past him for strike 2. Boy, no messing around here in this 9th inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitch. That's usually a fastball.
And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
Boy, he's taking on the heart of the lineup and going right through it like they weren't even there. That's back-to-back strikeouts now to the number 3 and 4 hitters, and he's making it look easy.
Here's Oswaldo Arcia. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And that's going to put an end to this one. And the Indians have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Well, there's another good win for these guys. That pushes their streak up to 5 in a row now. And it's been a total team effort. Good pitching, good hitting, good defense. They're doing it all right now.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Indians win this one 10-2. Good night from Minneapolis.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Cleveland Indians. 10 runs on 16 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Twins, 2 runs on 5 hits. 1 error. They left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher is Danny Salazar. His record is now 16-1. The loss goes to Mike Pelfrey. He falls to 6-7. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 27 minutes. A reminder, fans, that additional light rail trains on the Hiawatha Line and Central Corridor are available at the Target Field station located beyond right field on 3rd Avenue.
Welcome, baseball fans, to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. In the AL Central, the Cleveland Indians matched up against the Minnesota Twins at Target Field. The Indians came away with the win. The final score was 10-2. Lonnie Chisenhall turned in a nice performance offensively with 3 base hits. Danny Salazar earned the victory on the mound and had the strikeout pitch working as he racked up 12 in this one. He is among the AL leaders in wins. The Royals were in the south side of Chicago to take on the White Sox, and it was Kansas City who came away victorious. Final score was 6-2. The Detroit Tigers were in the desert taking on the D-backs in interleague action. The Tigers came away with the win, the final 5-3. Diego Good was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs. Drew Smyly was victorious on the mound and picked up his 10th win of the season. The Boston Red Sox were in Toronto to take on the Blue Jays, and it was the Blue Jays who came out on top. Final score was 6-2. R.A. in the Bronx, and it was the Yankees who came away with the win. The final score was 9-0. Visited Angels Stadium in Anaheim to take on the Halos, and it was the Angels who came out on top. The final